Welcome to Transparent Path, where we make the valuable visible. In this training video, we will introduce you to the Transparent Path platform, how to set it up to meet your tracking needs and ensure your shipments are fast and easy to manage. You can ask us questions at any time by emailing support@transparentpath.com. If you want to follow along step by step, ensure you have your login information and trackers ready. Let's get started. Platform overview. Login. To access the Transparent Path platform, log in using the username and password provided to you by email. If you have any issues logging in or cannot find your login information, please get in touch with support@transparentpath.com. Main page. Overview, account management, alerts, and navigation. Once logged in, you'll come to the main screen, the shipments page. Let's look at everything accessible on this page. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a profile icon, a gear icon, and a bell icon. You'll also see your organization name and your time zone. The profile icon will give you access to a few different sections of our platform. To adjust your account settings and information, go to Account and Settings. Here you can set the time zone for your account and ensure you are set to receive alerts at the correct email. You can also find our About Platform section and privacy policy by clicking the profile icon. Our privacy policy demonstrates compliance of our platform with the Global Data Protection Index. Please check it out if you need reassurance that your data is safe. And if you ever need to log out, the button for that is here. The gear icon is where you can find the admin panel. The admin panel lets you adjust platform properties and settings. As an admin, you can change default settings for all users on the platform using this panel. This includes settings such as suppress alerts, environmental defaults, country, currency, units of measurement, and time zone. You can choose to turn off alerts for certain conditions in this section. The bell icon will help you track the newest alerts on your shipments. It works similar to an inbox. If you see a red dot on this bell, it indicates there are new alerts on your shipments that you may not be aware of. By clicking on the bell, you can see the specifics on what shipments and what types of alerts. The red dot will disappear after you've clicked through the new alerts. The left side navigation is the main tool to move between pages. The navigation is displayed throughout the platform for easy access. The shipments page is the main page you open to when you log into the platform. This page is an overview of your account. Let's walk through each of the other pages on the navigation bar. The items page is where we store the products you'll be shipping. The custodians page is where we store the starting address and ending address of your shipments. The trackers page is where we store the tracker IDs in your possession. And the reporting page is where you can track the data. Setting up your platform. Now that you are logged in, it's time to set up the details of future shipments on the platform. This is essential for accurate tracking. All the necessary details must be in our system first, so you can create shipments easily and quickly. There are 3 main steps to follow in the setup. Step 1, setting up items. Step 2, setting up custodian information. And step 3, setting up trackers. Once all 3 steps are set up, you can proceed to creating shipments. Let's begin with step 1, setting up items. Note about the customer item form. We ask all of our customers to provide item details to our admin through our customer item form. Allow 2 business days for this information to be uploaded. These items will then show up under items in your account. If you did not receive the customer item form link, you can find the link in the description below or contact support@transparentpath.com. Step 1. Setting up items. Setting up your items is an essential step. This ensures that the data of your shipments is accurate and usable for strategic planning. Select the Items page on the left side navigation bar and then select the Add Item button. Add your item name and then select the item type from the drop-down. Item type refers to the unit of measurement for your product. Select the product from the drop-down. The details from the form will pre-populate. The only additional field you need is to change the number of units. Now, click on the blue Add Item button. This adds the item to your item list and will be ready anytime you need to create a shipment. Step 2. Setting up custodians. Now it's time to set up your custodians. What is a custodian? A custodian is the company that has custody of your shipments during part of or for the entire journey in the supply chain. Click on the Custodians tab in the navigation pane. A shipment needs an origin and a destination custodian, meaning we need to know where the shipment is leaving from and where it's going. Depending on when and where your tracking ends will determine how you label the final destination. We classify the origin custodian as the shipper and the destination custodian as either a receiver or warehouse. All shipments require an origin and destination custodian. To add a new custodian, click the Add Custodian button in the top left. Custodian type indicates whether that customer is a shipper, receiver, warehouse, or a transportation carrier. Add all the required details for the custodian information, including company name, custodian type, and address information. Then select the blue Add Custodian button. These will be saved in our system. If you plan on using our trackers in storage at a particular location, select Warehouse as the custodian type. Again, Scenario 1, shipper to receiver. Tracking ends at the point the shipment is received. Scenario 2, shipper to warehouse. Tracking continues at the warehouse. Step 3, setting up trackers. You're almost there. Click on the trackers page. Your platform will already have your order tracker IDs populated onto the page. The tracking ID is the unique code on the front of the tracker that helps differentiate each device. Please be aware that Transparent Path is responsible for adding trackers and IDs on the platform. You do not have to add these manually. When reviewing your trackers, it is important to check the status and origin custodian of the tracker you plan to use for your shipment. Be sure the tracker status is set to Available and the origin custodian is the same as the origin custodian that will be used for this shipment. If you can see that this is not properly assigned, you can click on the pencil icon on the left to edit these details. Suppose the origin custodian is expected to be the same for all shipments. In that case, we recommend assigning this custodian to all of your available devices. This will save you time later on. At this point, your platform is set up. You have what you need to create and track your shipments. Congratulations and good work. Now, let's set up your first tracked shipment. Creating a shipment. Click on the Shipments page and select the Create Shipment button. This will bring up the Create Shipment form. This is where you add all of the details of your shipment. Select the origin and destination custodians of your shipment. Then, include an estimate of the shipment dates and times. This can be edited if the timeline changes. When setting up a shipment, leave the status to be in planned. Our platform will be able to detect when it's left the origin address and will automatically update the status along the way. Next, Select the item or items from the drop-down and input any temperature, humidity, light, and shock specifications. Shock is a feature people often have questions about. It indicates any movement that happens with your shipments. We often recommend making the shock specification higher than the default 5G. Otherwise, you may receive a lot of shock alerts from movement happening throughout the journey. If this ends up happening and you are receiving a lot of unwanted emails, you can always suppress the shock alerts by going to the admin panel. Template feature. If you ship to the same custodians with the same items, there is a way to create a similar shipment in less time. Templates allow you to save your information for future shipments. To create a template, select the Save as Template button after entering your custodian, item, and environmental specifications. Add a template name and select Save. To use a template when you create a shipment, click on the Template drop-down at the top of the form and select the name of the template you would like to use. Your details will be pre-saved. The only fields you need to adjust are the shipment dates. Labeling your shipments. Now, you'll need to put in a shipment name. We recommend that your shipment have relevant information to easily identify this shipment, among others. You can add other details such as purchase order number, bill of lading, or any other documents. This is optional, but we provide this in case our customers want to store all of their information in one place. You can also add notes here for future reference. And suppose your shipment will be moving through different modes of transportation. In that case, you can make a note of that by clicking on the Add Carrier/Warehouse button and selecting from your custodian list. Again, this is optional. It's time to assign your tracker. We are only assigning trackers in this step. Do not turn them on. Select the drop-down for the tracker identifier and click on the tracking ID of the tracker that you will be sending out on this particular shipment. Suppose your tracker ID does not appear when you click on the drop-down. In that case, it's likely because it's not set to available or it's not assigned to the same origin custodian. Once you've selected a tracker, select the transmission and measurement intervals. Transmission is how often the data will be transmitted to the platform, and measurement is how often the tracker collects data. For example, you can have the tracker collect data every 30 minutes, but only transmit that data every 2 hours. Remember that a more frequent transmission will drain the battery faster and can impact your ability to track the full timeline. Once you've selected your transmission and measurement, select the blue Create Shipment button. Your first shipment has been created. Please check all your details and make sure your shipment is accurate. This will ensure you track all the data that you need. Our platform design allows you to create shipments in advance for a smoother and faster process. Turning on your tracker. You do not need to turn your tracker on until you are ready to gather data. Once your shipment is ready to leave, press and hold the green Start button for 4 to 5 seconds. A blue light will appear and start blinking. This indicates that the tracker has been turned on. It's okay if the light then turns off or doesn't continue to blink. Now, attach it to your product, and the platform will begin updating and collecting data shortly. Contact support@transparentpath.com if you need more guidance on this step. Review your shipments. The shipments page gives you a brief overview of all your shipments. The Active tab shows where the shipments are located on the map and the status of each. You can preview triggered alerts and view the latest tracker reading. To edit any of the details in a shipment, select the underlined shipment name. This will bring up the shipment form and allow you to edit any details. Make sure you click Update Shipment to ensure this information is saved. Shipment status will automatically update as long as the origin and destination custodian addresses are accurate. Reporting section and data. To review the in-depth data on your shipments, go to the reporting page and select the shipment that you want to see data on. Scroll down to see the data collected and synthesized. Use the icons on the left-hand side of the graph to review the data collected for each environmental condition. The red line indicates the maximum value you set for that condition, and the blue line represents the minimum. These are the maximums and minimums you set when creating your shipment. The black line shows the reality of what happened during the shipment. This is the data that the tracker is collecting. This presentation of data allows you to see exactly at what moments the shipment was outside of your environmental specifications. Our platform shows data in real time, so it should update based on the transmission settings. If you scroll down further, you'll see the raw transmission data. In some cases, a sudden high shock or light value will come through immediately, outside of your specified transmission, only highlighting that particular condition. You can see this with any transmission that is bolded and italicized. If you scroll down again, you'll see alert-only transmissions. This helps you comb through all the data points to find the specifics on when the alert happened and what kind of alert it was. Bell icon. Alert notifications will come through email, but as we mentioned, we also have a bell icon that will show you exactly which shipments have new alerts. You can click on the number to see the alerts listed or click on the underlined shipment name to go directly to the reporting page. Understanding shipment status. You'll receive an email once the shipment has arrived, letting you know you have 24 hours to update the status of that shipment. Otherwise, the system will automatically change it to be completed. This is only relevant if your destination custodian type is a receiver. If your destination custodian type is a warehouse, the tracker will continue to collect data until the status is changed manually. There are a couple of different statuses you can change the shipment to be. Complete is the default. This indicates that the transit journey was successful and the items are in good condition. If the shipment is ruined by environmental conditions during transit, you have the power to change the status of that shipment to be damaged, to note that the transit journey resulted in a compromised product. A shipment that runs out of battery before tracking is complete is labeled automatically as battery depleted. You can see shipment information from the past under the completed, battery depleted, or damaged tabs. All data from past shipments is stored on the Transparent Path platform. Navigate to the Reporting tab and click between the different statuses to access the information of your shipments. That's the end of this training video. Thank you for watching. We are so happy to have you here with us at Transparent Path.